Hi, welcome to the Talk 30 to Me podcast.
Yay!
I don't know if it's just me, but do you feel the need to, every time I say our name of our podcast, I always go 13 going on 30 podcasts.
Oh,
and then I'm like, oh, wait.
Yeah,
Shit.
mine goes more like, talk dirty to me, don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Taking a different route. We're finally getting to start our podcast.
Yeah.
My name's Brittany.
And I'm Courtney.
And yeah, we've been wanting to do this for a while. I guess we should do a little introduction since it's our first time.
Yes.
I'll go first. I'm Brittany. I'm 28. I feel like this feels so formal.
I'll go first.
Shotgun. Anyway, I'm 28. I am unemployed currently. And I don't know what else to say. I'm going traveling for 4 months in March, so that's really exciting. And yeah, I've also, I guess I should say that I've got tics. So if you're listening to the audio and you hear some little grunts or whatever, I'll do my best to move the mic, but that's why. And if you're watching via YouTube, then congrats, you can just watch me spazzy away. A bit embarrassing, but I'm learning to embrace it.
I think you're doing really well, honestly.
As of like 6 months ago, I never talked about it to anyone, and I'm just learning now to talk about it more, so and embrace it a little. So that's me.
I'm proud of you.
Move on.
Okay, I'm Courtney. I'm 30. I'm a mother to a 2.5-year-old almost.
He's a little mini me.
He's a mini Brittany, yes.
Which I love, but
I don't.
But is an absolute terror for Courtney.
A little terror, but he's sweet.
I feel like we should have written each other's intros because
this is awful.
Yeah.
You can cut whatever.
No, we're keeping it.
No.
We're raw dogging, baby.
You have to cut it.
No, I'm keeping it. Anyway, we're recording on Valentine's Day. Courtney did such a lovely thing for me. She got me a little love heart cupcake. You won't be able to see it if you're listening.
I think that one's red
audio.
velvet.
Red velvet with a big heart on it. I'm just showing the camera now if you're watching via YouTube. Yeah, so very exciting.
And happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day. We're both in relationships, so
We are.
I guess we can't, talk shit about Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is way better.
Valentine's Day is way better. And to be fair, me and Ollie don't celebrate Valentine's Day anyway.
I don't think we do either. I was hoping I'd get a little something.
Did you? No. Maybe later.
Maybe. I just love giving too. So I was stoked to be able to get little cards and little gifts. What beverage are you drinking today?
I'm drinking an iced hot chocolate.
So an iced chocolate.
An iced chocolate. And I always get real embarrassed because I always accidentally at the cafe go, can I please have an iced hot chocolate?
Sorry.
And they're like, iced cocoa? And I'm like, yep. Yep. What are you drinking today then?
I have my usual. It's an iced vanilla latte with oat milk.
Nice.
Delish. So good.
Courtney's a coffee queen. She loves her coffee.
I love my coffee. Also, can we just talk about how New Zealand has no drive-through coffees?
Interesting.
Well, there's actually one near my house.
I literally didn't know that was a thing until you said it right before.
Yeah, I think it's my North American privileges.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a drive-through coffee.
Interesting.
Don't have to get out of the car. You just zoom on through.
Interesting.
So easy.
Yeah, Courtney lived in Canada. I feel the need to just say this. Courtney's literally been in Canada probably like 10 years.
Most of my 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like since you're like 17.
17.
Until like 28. Literally about 10 years.
Yeah. I had a few years home in between, but most of my 20s, I say, were in Canada.
Yeah. So Courtney is hating it here right now because it's we're in Auckland in New Zealand. We probably should have said that for any international. I mean, you can tell by our accents probably, but we live in Auckland, New Zealand, and it is like peak summer right now. So it's like 26-degree days, and Courtney's house, which we're filming in, does not have AC. So we're loving it, and Courtney's having like the worst time ever.
I'm trying to be comfy and cozy with my blankie, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really work when it's like 25 degrees outside.
She's sweating under there. She's sweating.
I really wanted to wear like a cozy sweater and have like, comfy cozy, but no, that's not what's happening today.
No. Well, that's a vibe. Maybe one day vibes. You know,
when you get back from your trip, we can have blankies, cozy little hot chocolates.
Exactly.
But for now, oof.
Yeah.
It ain't it.
No, it ain't it. I mean, I don't mind the heat so much. I feel like I don't get as hot as easily, but
It's the humidity, honestly.
yeah,
If it was like the South Island, dry heat, that's so much easier.
it's yucky, eh? Have you talked to Mum this week?
Honestly, not really.
Since she got back from her cruise?
No.
Oh, our mum went on a cruise last week, and she was sending some questionable photos. So I'm not gonna lie, the photo I got to pull it up.
We can't expose her on the first episode.
No, we got to expose her.
Right.
I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
You can't do this.
I'm
I'm gonna kill you.
Mum won't know. Mum doesn't know how technology works.
She said she'd listen to our podcast though.
Oh, I didn't
We love
even,
a supportive queen.
I didn't even tell her we did a podcast. I haven't even talked to
I
her
was trying
about
to
it.
get those subscribers.
Oh, I love that. No, I love that. Okay, well, I'll put a photo of someone. I'll put a photo of someone else wearing the mask that she's wearing, and I kind of want, I want some comments out there about, is this a normal thing? Because I'm sorry, but
yeah,
like how, like it's a snorkeling mask that goes over your face.
It's a full face mask for snorkeling.
Yeah, but like
your eyes and your nose and your mouth are in the same area. Is that right?
It's got to be designed better. Like, I'm sorry, but what is that?
Can I have a look again?
It just is like, there's like,
at least the sharks won't come near. That's terrifying.
also, is that meant to like, you can hold your breath underwater? Because like, why do they need like such an erect thing at the top? Like,
Can I have another look, please? I've never actually looked this closely at it.
Yeah, it's it's something. I don't know. I can't.
We can't expose Katrina, but
we won't put the photo of Mum wearing it up, but we'll put a photo of someone else wearing the mask up, or just like the mask in general. And I would love for people out there to please. Is it normal?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh,
I mean, like.
And also, did she pack that?
Because
I'm pretty sure she owns
it. Oh no, that is so much worse.
I know, because I was like, she has one. She's shown this to me before, and I'm pretty sure she's packed this for her cruise. And I'm concerned.
No.
And I'm concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like now that you've mentioned that, I've seen the little bag that it goes in, the little satchel.
She's definitely packed it.
Oh no, Katrina.
Which means she was the only one on the beach wearing that.
No, Brittany.
Yep.
Oh crap.
Yeah. We grew up on rom-coms though, didn't we?
We did. What's your favorite?
What's my favorite? Oh God. I mean, The Holiday, only because it's like it's like one of my favorite movies that I can rewatch over and over and not like hate
it's
it.
not just a Christmas movie, I would like to say. It's a year-round movie.
It's
once a week even. Love it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay, no, not, but at least once a month.
What's your favorite rom-com movie?
Oh, The Holiday.
Oh, I just thought of another one.
Of mine?
No, of one that I like.
I have like a top 3.
Okay, you go first. What's your top 3?
The Holiday?
Yep.
13 Going on 30?
Yep, of course.
And The Proposal.
Oh, The Proposal's good. I love that.
It's so
when
good.
she's dancing around with Betty White.
Yeah,
in
Sandra
the
Bullock.
in the bush. Oh my
Love
god,
that.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Mine, The Holiday. This is in no particular order. This is me just what I can think of right now.
Okay.
10 Things I Hate About You with Heath Ledger.
Oh yes.
I love that movie, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt is great in it too. And I can't even think of a third one. But yeah, I can't think of a third one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well.
You know, top 2, that's all right.
Top
You're
2.
not really a rom-com kind of girly.
No, to be fair, like I love 13 Going on 30. I love what was the other one you said?
The Holiday.
You'll learn.
The Proposal.
The Proposal. Yeah, I love that too. To be fair, I've got like my brain's a bit slow sometimes, so like you'll get used to it.
Yeah. Brittany's like you just circuit out sometimes. I circuit it then
Circuit out. I love that. I've never heard that before, but that actually perfectly explains what happens in my brain.
Yeah, it's just
where I'm like talking, and then it's just like zzz.
yeah.
What were
You
we
know
talking
what,
about?
it gets there. It's not...
Hey, you joined a book club this week.
Well, I put my name down. Nothing else has come from it yet. On our little like community page, Facebook page where we live, a girl was like, "Okay, like I'm looking for a book club I want to start a book club, you know, like ladies in their like early to mid 30s.
Yep,
We want
that's
like
you.
6 to 10 of us get together once a month for like a little wine, some chats, you know, talk about the book.
I love that.
But then everyone, you know,
Oh.
like 50, 60-year-old men, women, like everyone started commenting, and then it's now a group on Facebook of like 70 people. So
Oh
not
my
really
God.
the vibe that she was going for. So I don't
Oh.
know if I should message and be like, hey, like, I want to join your book club. Or should we just get like a small number of people? Because I'm not really down for like a little. And then people are like, oh yeah, we could meet in a park and we can bring our kids and they can just run around. And we're like, it's not
That's
really
not
the vibe we were going for.
I definitely think you should message her because
She looks really nice.
This is huge for Courtney. Courtney has been full-time mum for like 2 years now, over 2 years,
Yeah.
and yeah, we gotta get our gal out in the world again.
I know, it's so scary.
I know,
I think
especially
as
in
well.
this heat because you hate this
In the heat, yeah.
and you're like,
I'm
not
naturally
going outside.
miserable already, and then I have to go socialize. Absolutely not.
You got this.
I don't think I do.
You do. I think you do. You're like Morgan Adams, where you put on like an accent when you like
When I'm nervous,
when she puts on her like Russian accent when she doesn't want to deal with stuff. I love
yeah,
that.
It's so good. Also,
That's
do you know what
very
I did this week that
What?
we're doing on Saturday? Not you and I.
Oh, I was
Sorry.
like, what are we
You
doing?
can come if you want. We're going to dine in the dark.
Oh my god, that is my worst nightmare. No, legit, that is my worst
Well, I'm
nightmare.
glad I didn't buy you a ticket then.
What
It's
the
like, it's
heck?
fine dining. In the
I
dark.
know, but
I mean,
in the
I guess
dark-
you don't know if it's
Oh my
fine
god,
dining.
I'd
They
be
could be
so
feeding you like.
claustrophobic.
I'm really anxious because it's like you can't see what you're eating, obviously, because it's
Oh my
dining in the
God.
dark. And yeah,
Oh my god, that's
I'll let
actually
you know
my...
next week how that goes.
Yeah, please do. That's literally my worst nightmare because like
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I don't want to speak about it because I don't want to put fears in your head. So I'll stop. But
Oh no, I
But I'm,
watched.
like,
Was it
scared.
a movie that I watched recently or an episode? I think no, it was an episode of The Blacklist, and it was like dining in the dark, but they were feeding like
oh, bodies.
not quite bodies, but like
Oh,
bad animals.
I'm not gonna lie, that is where my mind went, but I wasn't gonna
Well,
say.
I'm sure in Auckland Central they're not going to be feeding up some missing people.
No. Oh my god. Speaking of missing people,
Did you watch? This is not a good start.
okay,
This is not a good intro because
Okay.
it's actually very sad.
let me
Let's just.
Yeah, so, okay, first of all, we have a morbid sense of humour, but we're not trying to make a sense of humour of this. This is very serious. It's, I guess we're talking about our going into our crime segment, which Courtney loves a bit of conspiracy theories, but I actually came up with this one this week because,
Congrats. Good job.
thank you, it's the only one I'll ever do, because I started watching it and I was so interested in it and captivated by it. I was like, oh my god, we have to talk about this.
Yes.
And I told Courtney to watch it because, like, I did not sleep. I'll just read this little Google blurb about what it is. It's, first of all, it's called Black Coast Vanishings, and in New Zealand we have an area up near Auckland called the Waitakere Ranges, and there's a place there called Piha, which is one of the best surf beaches in
Yes.
like up in the North Island. It's like really popular. People go there all the time. The Waitakere Ranges, which Piha is near, is just like a big area of like native bush, and it's freaking beautiful.
It's
so,
dense bush too. It's not like
yeah, it's dense bush. It's got some like walks through it and stuff, but people often do get lost out there, just walking. And so the TV show is called Black Coast Vanishings, and it's an investigation into the disappearance of 6 people in the small town of Piha Beach in the Waitakere Ranges, which divides the locals and gives rise to fear and suspicion. So basically, Waitakere Ranges, everyone's kind of known in Auckland. It's like a place where people go missing, normally just like on walks, whatever. Like some weird shit happens out there. And I've personally spent a lot of time out there. I used to, when I was a kid, run like around there with my dad. And then when I grew up and was a uni student, I lived out near Mount Albert, and I would go there like almost every week. I would take people, we'd go on this walk called the Mercia Bay Loop Track. And if any of my friends are listening, I'm really sorry, because I've taken almost probably everyone there because I loved it. It's such a beautiful walk. But yeah, and sometimes I would even go by myself, which I
it's
don't.
now terrifying in hindsight.
Yeah,
You know, at the time even I was like, Brittany, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But
I just wanted to be an independent girly, you know. I was like, I don't need no man to take
and
me
you
on a
were
walk.
thriving with that. But
And
now
I was
looking
thriving
back,
in my single life.
but now looking back on the times that these people were going missing, there's a couple
Exactly.
around that time that you used to hike that by yourself.
So I have a flatmate. I don't have a flatmate. I have a friend called Melanie who's probably
We love
listening to this.
Melanie.
Hi,
Melanie, if
Melanie,
you're
we love
listening,
you.
hi.
I have a friend called Melanie, and her flatmate was friends with one of the girls that went missing, I think in 2018. I can't remember her name. But Melanie remembers like her
That's
going
so
missing
scary.
and it being really scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think on it? And did you watch it at night and did you sleep?
I watched it at night. I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
My initial reaction first was like, okay, 6 people over a 30-year period. This sounds terrible, but like for the dense bush, there's massive cliff drop-offs. There's like rugged terrain, a lot of it, and Piha Beach, the surf is horrendous sometimes. Mm-hmm. So for my initial reaction was like, okay, 6 people over 30 years, really not great, but like not something to be doing a little documentary about.
There's more in America, right?
Yes.
Sorry, Americans, if you're listening.
But New Zealand's way safer. But anyway, so that was my initial reaction. However, watching it, there's so many creepy little things about it. Now, I'm not sure if it was like a serial killer or what the situation was. What are your opinions? Do you think it's like I think it's more than one person. And I don't think all of them were taken. I think some of them might have wanted to go missing.
I don't know about that. Because
There's one or two in my head that I'm thinking that I think wanted to disappear.
Because
or wanted to, and then maybe tried to, go back on that, but it was too late.
My only thing with that is, like, a lot of people go out to the Waitakere Ranges every year to, when they've had enough and they want to end things.
Yes. But they're always found.
And their bodies are always found.
That was the only thing that got me kind of like, maybe not.
And that's the thing. And, like, I think if they did want to go out there, they would be found because, like, they know how to search that area now,
True.
like they've had years and years of searching that area, and it is dense, but like they know how to search it. So like when 801 people go missing
and they find 800
and they can't find this one person, like it's just like, okay, you know?
I don't know. Also, the lady Lisa, and she had to like run through the bush. And they had these things called lady hunts or something.
Oh my God.
That is terrifying, isn't it?
And I totally believe that because so basically...
Yeah, lady hunts, and there's traps in the forest, and they just run these ladies through the forest. It's so scary, and she was just running, she said, for hours, and she was like really fit, and she was like an athlete, like she could run and run.
You would have to be to run for hours.
That's
I'd
crazy.
Be gone.
And then, same, I'd be like, just take me. But... But she was running and running and running.
Yeah.
And then she she just ran onto a road and almost got run over by this elderly couple.
Yeah.
That's lady traps. Like, the fact that people even know about this, that's terrifying.
And the Mercia Bay loop track that I used to do, there'd be girls who went on there and they recognize someone, like, scouring the track and walking in front of them, then walking behind them, like, for a while and, like, seeing if anyone was gonna... basically seeing if anyone was around, so if they did attack her, that they would be able to get away with it.
Yeah, and the girls that were like because it's a very what's that called, Mercia track?
Mercia Bay loop track.
Yes. Now to get to the parking lot to start that hike, you have to go down this long gravel and then turns into dirt road. Mm-hmm. And the girls, there were the 2 of the girls that went to go. It was like in the evening, I think, and then they started the hike, and then they could hear a car screech into the parking lot, and then the boys would like jump out and be like, where are they? And the girls knew then, like, oh shit, something's wrong,
and they
just jumped and hid into the bush.
And the guys were like, where did they go? And
they're making like howling noises,
and they're like making like disgusting howling noises, which is like, I mean, most females out there know, like, that's happened to them once or twice, and it's actually absolutely disgusting. But also 100%. you're like being hunted, right? And like, and that is why I believe
so lucky. Yeah,
I believe in the lady hunts so much because there was 2 of them. It's not like one of them and like maybe like, I mean, I do believe that people who were by themselves and it happened to them as well. But like I feel like people are gonna question them more just because I don't know, people can be like not believing sometimes. But when there's two of them and they're like both there, you know, and it's happening.
So
it's happening to both of them.
Yeah, that's terrifying. And so they like hid out for hours, and then they heard the car leave, and they waited and waited. But like,
I think it was like only 30 minutes, that one.
Okay, maybe I'm mixing.
But they said it felt like hours because they were just like, they were just absolutely terrified. They were
that would be so scary.
I know.
I mean, they're lucky their tires didn't get slashed or something, right?
I know.
So they couldn't leave.
Oh my god.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh dear Lord, like please let them leave.
Oh my
but that
god.
is so scary. I'm glad they made it out safe. But yeah,
it freaks me out because I used to do that walk and I would sometimes rock up to the track and there'd be like two other cars and I'd be like, okay, cool. And then I'd do the walk and then by the time I'm back to my car, it's just my car there and like the other people who are on the walk have already left.
And yours was very, like, you could look in your car and know it was a girl's car.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
like,
well.
Yeah. Your red car?
No, oh, yeah, actually, yeah, it was my red car.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
It was your red car. But yeah, I'm happy nothing happened to you.
Me too. Well, I'm still here,
wouldn't be happening.
can't get rid of me that easy.
Oh, but yeah, anyway. So that's Black Coast Vanishings.
Black Coast Vanishings.
You can watch it on TVNZ.
No, you can't. You can watch it on 3 Now.
You can watch it on 3 Now.
It's honestly, and anyone overseas who likes crime shows or anything like that, I really recommend watching it.
And then let us know what you think happened.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
I go down like 5 different spirals every time I think about it, so
yeah,
I just don't know.
And I just want to say one last thing as well. The girl, I can't remember her name because of my pea brain, but the girl who went, sorry, spasm alert, the girl who went to the party and was with friends in Piha, Irina, and she called the police, and the police were like, she was like, I'm really scared, like I don't feel safe at the house I'm at right now. The police were such a letdown at every step of the way. They like, just like her sister says in the documentary, like there were so many points where she could, like, this could have been avoided. She 100%. Could have been saved, and she was so let down by the police. That lovely couple who took her in, but then she ended up leaving. You know, God, they must feel so awful, but it's like obviously definitely not their fault. But it's just very unfortunate, and just how disgusting the police was in that situation. Like 100%. You can literally hear him on the phone. She's like so terrified. She's like, I don't feel safe. Please, can you come and get me? And she's like, I don't know who else to call. And then he's just like, I can't get you. Sorry. Like. He's just like, nope, can't, blah, blah, blah. And then
they finally sent someone out, and it was to the wrong side of town.
They didn't even they didn't even send someone out. He was like, oh, I can maybe order you a taxi. And then sent it to a completely wrong address on the other side of town, not even in the Waitakere Ranges.
Like, I remember, because this was
she could have been saved. And like the police, like, what a letdown. If someone's calling you, like, absolutely terrified. Also, she might have been drinking or whatever, but like that's no excuse to dismiss a woman being scared.
Absolutely.
As we know.
Yes. And yeah, I remember this airing on the news, and I was 11 at the time.
Do you?
I do. And this was my first, like, well, I think I've had a few times, like maybe once or twice before that, but I tried to not watch scary things early on in life.
Oh, okay.
But I remember this being on the news and it being like, and then the reaction from parents at the time were more like, this is why you shouldn't do drugs, or this is, and it's like, that shouldn't be the reaction to this situation. And
if you're going through trauma, like if you're really scared, like God, I've been, I mean, I'm drunk most of the time, but I've been really, really scared while drinking. And you can appear like a bit over the top, but like your fears are relevant, and it doesn't mean you're on something.
Absolutely. And I think this also goes on to a bigger conversation as well about mental health help. Yeah. And I think New Zealand is quite behind, I think, in this. Yeah. They're trying to get better, but there's lots of mental health issues and problems that arise. People call for help, and people just aren't victims, or people just aren't getting the help that they need at the time. And I think that's really sad.
That is really sad. We can do better, New Zealand.
Yeah, do better.
in saying that, I guess we should move on to something a bit more happier.
Yeah, that
Or
was
actually,
a long chat about that. Actually, there were so many times where I was trying to message Brittany, but like, Brittany, I'm scared. Like, can we talk about it? She's like, no, save it for the podcast. I'm like, dude, I just
Well,
want
to be fair,
comfort.
it's our first episode. I was like scared. You know, it's scary. It's starting a podcast because
It's
you're
so
like,
scary.
because like I don't know. I think we both have the fear. I don't know. We wanted to start this podcast because I think we just like. Well, we both wanted to do a podcast.
Yes.
But we didn't know who with.
And we didn't know how to go about it.
We both knew what we wanted to talk about. Like Courtney is really keen on crime and conspiracy theories and stuff. I wanted to kind of talk about like just like life advice for people.
Yeah.
And then we were talking. We both told each other, "I want to do a podcast." I was like, "Oh, like
I want to do a podcast.
I want to do a podcast."
Yeah.
And then we just kind of were like, "Okay, let's just do it." But I think we both have the fear of like, are we interesting enough? But you know what?
I'd listen to you. I don't know about me. I find my voice really annoying.
Everyone finds their voice annoying though.
Okay.
I love that. That was so accepted. Moving on.
I'm not going to be like, well, mine's even more annoying. You know.
Nah, but I think, yeah, I don't know.
Also, I don't think we specifically said, but we did say our mum and we were talking about we're sisters, just in case.
Oh, did we say that?
Well, we were talking about mum and her face snorkel.
Oh, true.
But we never actually specified. We're sisters.
We are sisters, and yes, we are blood related. I know we look a bit different. I'm the token ginger in the family. I don't look like.
I reckon we look a bit like more similar now that we're older. Like our
Really?
faces are like our
Maybe.
eyes, our mouth, our nose. That's what lots of people say is from like our nose up we're the same and like our nose down we're the same.
Right.
We
Just
put it
not
all
the
together.
hair.
No, not the hair.
And
You've got beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
like your
welcome.
hair.
Oh, thanks.
You always want what you can't have.
Yeah, truly.
Sorry, I said that like I was talking to you. You want my
can't
hair,
have
you can't have it.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm getting cramp in my leg. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little crampy.
Okay, well, we're gonna scoot to a different segment of our podcast that is kind of like something I want to talk about because I feel like I love helping my friends. I love talking about advice,
too.
and I just love talking about people and trying to help as many people as I can. And yeah.
I've got a lot of good questions for like other like upcoming ones for this segment.
Fun. You can message me then because
I shall.
that saves my job.
Here to help.
Anyway, so this week, the
can start
question
that
is, what's it like being in your late 20s for me and early 30s for Courtney?
Mm-hmm.
And what advice would you give those younger? So I guess for me, it would be like, what advice would I give those in early 20s? And then for you, probably advice to give me.
Oh god.
So I hope
You're doing great.
I hope you got something
sweetie.
Now, I wrote mine down because pea-brain, so had to make sure I remembered it. So I think, what's it like being in my 20s? Not
What is
great.
it like?
No, to be fair, the early 20s was really cool. I like had, honestly, best time of my life. I just found like my best friends. I just felt like I really kind of like was really, really happy. And then the quarter life crisis hits. And I don't know how much the quarter life crisis is talked about, to be honest, but it hit when I was about 24. I'm now 28, so it's been
That's
around.
a long life you're gonna have.
It's been around 4 years. Oh my god! Mate, I'm on the blue zone, so I'm gonna be a centenarian.
Yeah, okay. I'm not, but I'm happy for you. Look after my child for me. Sorry.
He'll look after me.
Yeah.
No, but when I hit my core life crisis, it was really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in a difficult stage in my life. I just left the job that I wasn't very happy with. I also have just come to realize I'm a jack of all trades. So there's lots of things I'm good at, but there's not one thing. There's not like one profession where I'm like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
I know like most people want to work for myself one day. I think that would be amazing. Or even work for someone that I know, whether it's like Ollie, whether it's you, you know, someone. I just want to get out of that like big grind, you know.
Yeah.
And or work for something I believe in. But there's not one job that I feel like, yes, I'm going to do this and be happy with this for the rest of my life. I think I'm going to have a lot of different jobs throughout my life. And I'm currently at the phase of just figuring out what that is. And that can be really, really scary and really, really hard, especially when you don't, well, I feel like I don't have like a hobby or anything. There's nothing I'm like particularly good at because I'm kind of mediocre good at lots of things. But I just, I'm kind of in that phase of my life where I'm finding my feet, and I've spent the last 4 years trying to figure out who I am. And I feel like I know a lot more who I am now. There's still always growing to do, but I know who I am now, but I don't know where that fits in like the career world. And I kind of hate the word career because like it's not for everyone.
Yes.
And there's a lot of stigma around that, and it just makes people who don't really have like one career feel kind of shitty.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So my advice to people who are in their early 20s is, you're not alone, and it's okay to not know what you want to do, and it's okay to not know anything, right? It's okay to just not know everything, because no one ever knows everything, not even your parents. Like we're all completely winging it.
100%.
And it's scary when you don't know. What else have I written down? Because my brain is circuiting out.
Can I talk about some of what you just said?
Definitely.
That was a lot.
Oh, sorry.
No, it was great.
I was trying to remember everything. I think I did well.
You did really good. But what I was
some...
going to say is it's really tricky for you, like your age, I think, as well, is because your quarter-life crisis happened during COVID.
Yeah.
Right? So you didn't have the time to like explore different things, and your life just kind of went on hold, and it was like, shit, like what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And I think that was a really tricky time. And
yeah.
I feel like
they're all tricky times though as well. Like people who just left high school or finished uni, and they're like, we're going to do our big OE now, and then COVID hit, and they were stuck, So
yeah. So I think you just need to give yourself a little bit of grace on that, because you really grew into yourself during that time, I feel like.
Grew into myself.
Yeah,
like I got completely lost.
I know you feel like that, but like your beliefs and who you are and your values as a person really became a lot stronger. I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very nice. I don't
also,
take compliments.
Everyone goes in a quarter life crisis. I feel like I was on one at like 18.
Yeah, I mean we all
18 through to 25. 18 through to
like
last year. I didn't stop till like last year, I feel like.
And then I also highly recommend living overseas in your 20s. So that's something that I just like completely getting out of your comfort zone. I hate flying. I never even pictured living overseas. I pictured going to like New York only, really, but went to London, and it was completely out of my comfort zone, and it was the best experience of my life. And I think getting out of your town or country and living somewhere that is completely different it benefits you so much, and just seeing the world, getting an understanding on what's out there. So I definitely, and I was scared to do it because it's scary, but I kind of was like, I'm just going to go for 3 months, Yeah. So then when I left, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for 3 months, but I had my 2-year visa, and then 3 months had passed. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just wait till 6 months. And then I got to 6 months. I was like, okay, I'm having a blast. I'm staying until I want to go home. And, I stayed there just under 2 years, and it was the most magical, amazing time in my life. And I just think, even if you don't prioritize travel, I think you should at least live overseas, or, not even just in a different town, maybe in a different town if going overseas is, way too hard for you. But my best experiences were because I got completely out of my comfort zone, and it was amazing.
I remember Brittany's always been really scared of flying, and before this big trip, I was living in Canada, and she messaged me. She's like, "What advice do you would you give me
for
the
forgot
plane?"
about that.
Yeah, and I did like a step.
Flying.
I love flying. I did a step by step of like, okay, once you get to the airport, get checked in, go through security, find somewhere cozy to sit, have a little snack, read a book.
I totally forgot.
As soon as you get on the plane, like get everything organized, put on your cozy socks. And I think
I did bring cozy socks too.
Honestly, it's a real game changer when you get on a plane and having cozy socks. But yeah, I just remember that, and now like you've traveled so much since then, you're about to go travel even more.
I know. I think
has your fear of airports decreased?
I never really was scared of airports. I think it was just the whole flying experience. And like when you're scared of something, it gets so much worse. The build up is so much worse.
Always.
So like I think I was just like I think it just got built up. But I still don't like flying, but I've learned to just like manage it, right? So if I'm feeling really anxious, there's just like things I do that calm me down. And just knowing how to deal with your anxiety and like fear can just, and also I remember every single time. So when I'm anxious, I just think, okay, I've been this anxious before, and every single time I've just pushed through and done it, I've had the best experience.
Yeah.
So just having that in the back of my mind, being like, I feel awful right now, but I know I'm about to have like the most incredible happiness.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep that in my mind, and then I am like, yep, I'm going to be fine.
Well, that's really good advice.
Anyway, that's my advice. I think I just like talked for like half of the podcast just then. But
That's really good because mine isn't as long.
Okay.
Can I start with my practical advice because it kind of
start
goes
with your start with
practical advice. Always get travel insurance.
Oh, have you learned that the hard way?
No, luckily.
I feel like
But
can I jump in here?
Yes.
Travel insurance for America and Canada, right? Because
I haven't been anywhere else really.
Because Europe and Italy, we'll save this story for another day. But I did go to hospital in Italy, and it was completely fine. And you don't really,
Okay.
we didn't
if
really
you go to
need
North
insurance.
America, get travel insurance.
Okay, so I just felt the need to say
No,
that.
that's actually really good because I can't speak on that because I've never been. Yes.
So what is your, do you have any more practical advice, or would you like
That was it for my practical advice.
Okay.
I don't know how to categorize the other advice, but
just
should I
advice?
just jump right in.
Jump right in.
Okay, this one I feel like you're going to be like, you're so hippy dippy, but always trust your gut.
You sound like such a mum then. Hippy dippy?
Hippy dippy. Always trust your gut.
Oh, that's a good one.
If you have good intuition, you probably know by now. Not everyone does, and that's quite all right.
And if you don't know if you've got good intuition, you
probably don't.
No, I'm joking.
No, legit though, like you're not wrong.
I'm joking.
Always trust your gut. Okay, so here's the thing, is that it's never going to steer you wrong, whether it's a person, a situation, a place. Like, you don't have to be scared of like knowing something's not okay and then not stepping away from it. Like, that's way better. You will never regret trusting your gut, but you will always regret, not always regret, but you probably will regret not trusting it.
Definitely.
That's my advice. Well, one piece
I love
of my
that.
advice.
That is great.
Thank you. Be kind to yourself.
Oh,
There is so much pressure in this world.
there is. This world's kind of poozies.
It's really shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And you need to be the standard of how other people treat you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not going to be kind to yourself, well, nothing will really happen, but you just should be.
You should be kind to yourself
Be kind to yourself.
because the world's harsh enough.
The world's so hard. There's no such thing as a perfect time.
True.
Okay,
yep. Would you want to explain that more?
Nope.
Okay.
But I feel like lots of people hesitate to make a decision until they feel 100% ready.
Yeah.
But you're never going to feel 100% ready for something.
No.
So
And you're not going to
perfect
know
time.
unless you do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then...
And things can be a little bit more ideal, but at the end of the day, if you want to do something, just do it.
Yeah.
And you'll figure it out. Because the thing is, when you're doing it, you have to figure it out. So you will figure it out regardless.
Yeah, I feel like that was most of my 20s, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Nothing ever felt like it was perfect timing, but you just have to jump in sometimes.
And you can't
and
not
everything
figure it
else will work out.
out. Yeah. You can't not figure it out.
And then my last one is plan. You can plan, but you can live in the moment. There's nothing wrong with like planning ahead for something. In fact, it's actually a really good thing.
Yeah.
But you still need to stop and smell the roses, as they say.
Yeah.
But you can plan for something ahead and then still enjoy now. And I think that's something I struggle with, especially at the moment.
I was going to say, do you think you're good at that?
I don't think I'm good at that,
I
but I'm
wasn't shaming
working
you,
on it.
but I was like,
I'm not good at it, but I'm working on it. I think it's
I
really
really like
important
that.
because you can plan ahead. Like, I'm not right where I want to be right now, and that's all right. And it's okay to plan ahead, but
Totally.
then it's still like, okay, we have to enjoy now still.
So what's happened this week in the world of pop culture, Courtney?
Oh, so we're recording this on February 14th, Valentine's Day, as we mentioned earlier.
Happy birthday, Phoebe.
Oh, Phoebe, happy birthday. I would be amazed if anyone made it this far.
What?
Listening to this podcast.
Right.
Not in
Yep.
life, my goodness.
Yeah.
But we love Phoebe too, so hi Phoebe.
Shout out, Phoebe.
Come visit. I'll visit you soon.
Pop culture.
Pop culture. Super Bowl.
Okay.
Have you heard anything about it?
All I've seen is Taylor Swift stuff, and I'm not going to lie, don't come for me, Swifties.
Come for her because she doesn't like Taylor Swift.
I really don't like Taylor Swift.
We don't want to talk about that because I'll get upset. Anyhow.
Okay. Yeah, we won't talk about it. But
we don't want to rift in this relationship.
I've only seen Tay Tay.
Don't call her
Swifty,
that.
Tay.
No.
And
was
Blake
a
Lively,
nay-nay.
who I like Blake Lively because
And
I
they're
love Ryan Reynolds.
besties.
I know, but I don't have
That's
to like
so
her
cute.
bestie.
Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. What we're
Okay.
going to talk about is the Super Bowl.
Okay, Super Bowl.
So it was the 49ers. Do you know where
Okay.
they're from?
New York, baby.
No.
Oh. Oh my god,
San
that was so loud.
Francisco.
San Francisco, baby.
I know. I thought you should know that since you're going there soon. That's your first stop on your little around the world
It
league.
is. I'll go in more detail about my travel plans in the next pod.
Okay, perfect. So it was the 49ers
Okay.
versus the
Is there a team called the 69ers?
no, probably for good reason.
Okay.
And the Chiefs,
And the
Kansas
Chiefs.
City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, and that is where Travis Kelce.
I have a question.
Okay, wonderful.
Courtney knows all these things.
Oh
Um,
gosh, I
So
don't know that much.
so
about
it's a
football.
Super Bowl. Is that like the final of the football,
Yes.
American football?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
got it.
NFL.
Okay.
I've been to some Super Bowl parties in my time.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say you've been to the Super Bowl. I was like,
Okay,
whoa,
their
big
like
deal. Didn't know
starting
that.
tickets is like $15,000.
Oh yeah, pennies.
Yeah, pennies. For who? Anyway, so Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, plays for the Chiefs,
Okay.
and
Is he really good or something?
he is really good.
Is he actually really
He
good?
is
or
actually
is he just
really
like good because he's dating Tay Tay?
That's a nay. We're not calling it Tay. No, he's actually really good. He's one of the best. I can't remember his position.
He's quite handsome,
Mm,
but I don't like the bulk, but he's got a handsome face.
yeah.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I haven't actually seen a photo of him.
No, they're really cute together, and it's really cool.
Blech.
Okay, shut up.
Sorry.
I'm not going to talk more about this anyway.
It's
The
just
Kansas
another. It's
Chiefs
just
run.
another one of Tay Tay's boyfriends.
No, Brittany, this is love, baby.
Okay.
Also, he lets her shine. It's cute. They're cute
He do-
together. They're great, and I hope they work out.
Mm.
I don't like your negativity towards
No,
the subject.
but I like we can talk about this because I feel like there are people, probably most people out there are going to be on your side and be like,
well, and it's
shut
not
the
just
fuck up.
another one of her boyfriends. She's like, her last relationship was, what, 6 years or something?
true.
So you take that back. Also, she deserves it.
Okay. I'm like trying not to say anything else now. So
Anyhow,
okay. Anyway, okay.
Kansas City Chiefs won. It was a great time. The 49ers
The
were winning
Chiefs
until the
won.
last 3 seconds.
Whoa.
And then they scored a touchdown, and
Who-
then
who?
they won.
Oh, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the 49ers were going to win until the last 3 seconds. It was tight, baby.
That would have been really. That would
it
have
was
been
actually
exciting.
really exciting to watch.
That would have been so good.
It was so good to watch.
Did you watch it live?
I did watch it
Oh
live.
my god, that's so fun.
Monday's a daycare day, so, you know. I like was watching, and I was like, oh shoot, I have to pick him up. So I like quickly zoomed in my car, got him, came back, turned it back on.
Perfect.
And then the last 3 seconds,
Oh my god, I
it
love
was
that.
honestly iconic.
I love that. No, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so that was the Super Bowl.
Amazing.
Grammys were last week as well.
Grammys were last week.
Super Bowl this week.
I get
and-
really confused. Grammys are music, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. See, I'm big on like the films. I'm big on like Golden
Oscars.
Globes and the Oscars and Academy Awards is the Oscars.
I don't
but
really follow the Grammys. I just see the highlights.
Yeah.
And I know my favorite artist didn't win, so.
Oh, was it Tay Tay?
Oh no, she won.
Oh.
Duh. She announced her next album too.
Oh.
Some are saying that it wasn't really the time or place to announce an album, but you do you, girl.
I mean, she's worth a lot of money, so like, fuck it.
Also, I know you don't like Taylor Swift. One more thing about Taylor Swift,
It's
then we
okay.
can move on.
Also,
But
I just want to say this week, I've got my friend Melanie and my friend Patrice, who
Oh,
hopefully is still
Yeah,
listening
going
now.
to the Eras tour, blah blah.
They're
we
going
get
to the
it.
Eras tour in
Yeah.
Aussie because Tay
Yeah.
Tay ain't coming to New Zealand.
Naps and A&A.
No.
So jealous.
Yeah. I'm excited for them that they get to live out their dreams. You
I'm
know?
excited, but I'm jealous. Melanie, take videos, send them to me, please. Do you think she'll be?
She will. She actually messaged me this morning. She caught a flight to Aussie. So she.
Well, what I was gonna say
Yeah,
is that Taylor's on her Eras tour, world tour now, and she flew from Japan. She finished her show, got on her private jet, flew over to Las Vegas.
Private jet, carbon emissions.
Yeah, actually, there's people tracking her and saying that's really bad. But anyway,
It is.
so then she flies to Las Vegas, but I actually think she flew to LA, and then just in time to make it to the Super Bowl. What a good girlfriend.
That is a good girlfriend.
Honestly, it's kind of iconic. And now she's probably going back to Australia or wherever the next show is.
She is.
Yeah.
I really like the Super Bowl chat though. I only ever watch football, and by football we're talking
Soccer.
so proper football. I really want to get into watching more sports.
Well, you
like
have
basketball.
Basketball's cool.
I really want to watch. I want to go to a basketball game when I'm in America, but I think I might be.
Season.
I think it might just end when I get there, so I'm kind of gutted.
I don't really follow sports. I only follow Superbowl, but even then,
Ice
I don't
hockey?
watch the season. I do enjoy ice hockey, and the only one I religiously follow is F1. Love F1.
Yeah, Courtney loves F1, and I kind of
Random
love
twist
that.
of
I love that you're an F1 girly.
such an F1
Because Courtney
girly.
hated sports, like, growing up. Never really liked watching them or
Yeah.
playing them. But I love that you have one that you, like, are really into.
that we watch every week when the season's up. Drive to Survive season, whatever we're up to.
Shout out
soon.
Jonathan for making Courtney a little...
Shout out Daniel Ricciardo
okay.
for making Courtney an F1 fan, I would say. We love Danny Rick here.
Danny Rick.
Danny Rick.
Oh, get him on the pod.
Also, shout out to Liam Lawson. He spends a lot of time down near our dad's house, actually.
Really?
He's a Kiwi.
Is he a babe?
He's pretty young for me.
Should we do, like, since I know nothing about F1, you can, like, show me pictures of F1 drivers?
Yes, I know which one you'd like the most.
Okay, but you like, show the camera what one you think I'd like, and then I have to, like, pick.
Now?
No.
Okay, I already know which one you'd like.
Oh, we could do it now. Nah. We'll save it for the next pod so you can, like,
time.
prep yourself.
Oh, again, I already know who we're going for.
And then I'm going to do footballers.
Oh.
And you have to guess the names of the footballers.
Guess the names. I thought we were just doing...
Picking the looks.
Picking the looks.
We
could
go
for personality.
We'll do pick the looks, but we'll do that. We'll both... You do F1 and I'll do footballers.
Easy.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I guess we should wrap up this pod. We've been talking for a while now. My leg's getting a bit cramped. This is our first pod, so apologies if the audio's kind of weird. Apologies if the filming's weird.
Sorry if my face is weird.
We're
anything
getting
about
there.
that.
This is all going to be a learning experience for us.
But have fun.
And you guys.
It's just like a little video diary.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's just something fun for us to look back on at how lost we felt in our lives.
Yeah, and also,
That was a joke,
I just
everyone.
love the excuse that I'll get to talk to you every week you're away.
True. Yeah, this has been great.
If you're still listening, thank
you're-
you so much.
If you're still listening, write "I love penguins" in the comment section, please.
Okay.
Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. We hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Sorry if it's been a bit all over the place, but that's kind of just us, you know. This is all a learning curve for
like
us.
our 20s.
And it's
Your 20s.
Yep. It's just like our late 20s and early 30s. It's
A bit of a hot mess.
bit of a hot mess, but that's just us. So share with your friends. Go follow us on Instagram.
TikTok.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok.
Links below.
Links wherever you find links.
Cool.
We're really excited to be here. And
Yeah.
thanks for listening
Thank you.
to Talk 30 to me.
Yay, first one done.
Bye.
Bye.